Hey guys, Nick here. Got some more Modern Warfare 3 gameplay. This time playing some Domination on mission, and I'm using the AK-47 with a silencer, which is pretty awesome because, you know, the AK has always been a gun I've really enjoyed using. And it's actually pretty decent in this game. Got a decent amount of recoil compared to some of the other guns, but very usable. I like the iron sights. It sounds pretty good. They gave it a nice, like, black, more modern look than the AK has been in the previous Call of Duties, which I think is pretty cool. I like it. In terms of perks, I believe I have Scavenger Pro, Hardline Pro, and Sitrep on with a Predator missile, an attack helicopter, and an AC-130 for my Killstreak. And this Killstreak setup works fairly well for me. Sometimes I use the Pavlo over the AC-130 because the AC-130, I tend to get somewhere around 5 to 6 kills with it, and I usually die whenever I call it in because these maps don't seem to have very many good places to call in kill streaks. So the Pavlo is a really good option. It sometimes gets more kills than the AC-130 would, and you can be getting kills with your gun while the Pavlo is flying around. You can be shooting down or shooting people who are trying to shoot down your kill streaks, and you're less likely to die while you're in it. So that's pretty awesome. But this map's really open, so I decided that AC-130 would be a good idea for playing here. In terms of the game, for those of you who don't have it yet and want to know a little bit about how it is to play and how the game works and everything, it's really fun actually. I think it could be really good, but right now the spawns are extremely broken. Occasionally, sometimes in a kill cam, you'll have like some guy die twice and then shoot you, and then he dies in the kill cam, which seems a little ridiculous. They could definitely put some effort into fixing the spawns, but I think if they managed to do that, the game would be really awesome. Another issue I kind of have is Assassin, but I'm learning to live with it, and as the game's progressing, people are starting to use UAV less and less, which will make Assassin a little bit less overpowered, a little bit less useful, and a little bit less bothersome. So I can live with Assassin, I suppose. The spawns is definitely something they need to work on, though. I think the game will be a lot better once they fix the spawns, prevent me from spawning in front of an enemy, or prevent enemies from spawning right behind me, or right where I just killed the enemy. Seems a little bit strange. I'm hoping that they'll get on that and fix that soon, so I don't have to deal with crazy spawns or anything like that. Another small change I think they should make is they should probably make it so that the advanced UAV shows you where people with Assassin are, because that's kind of like how they did in Black Ops, and I kind of liked that feature, how you could have Blackbird and it would show you where the people with Ghost are. Otherwise, I think Assassin's just a little bit too overpowered in that aspect, because it's a 12-point streak to get advanced UAV, and the fact that your Assassin still hides you from the advanced UAV seems a little bit too good. So I think they should maybe change that. Not a big deal if they don't, but I think it would make things a bit better if they did. Another thing that's really different in this game is the maps. Like, I've played Call of Duty since Call of Duty 4, so I played COD 4, World at War, Modern Warfare 2, and Black Ops, and these maps are completely different than anything I've seen before. Like, there's a few that resemble like old Call of Duty maps and remind me of them and have the same kind of like structure and layout, but a lot of them are just completely different. They tried to design the maps so that there'd be less spawn trapping, so that there'd be less camping, so that there'd be less choke points in the map, and they kind of got that, but I don't know if I'm necessarily pleased with this, because it feels like it's not Call of Duty maps anymore, which it's something I'm kind of getting used to, and it is good at points. The maps are also a lot smaller than they were in previous Call of Duties, and something I've noticed is they've tried to eliminate a lot of dark corners where people usually sit and camp and stuff, and they've pretty much done this by like either making the corners rounded, or they might put stuff in the corner to make it so that you can't stand there, and the walls like generally don't have a lot of cover as opposed to what they used to. Like, they used to have places where you could sit behind like this and there'd be a lot more cover. There's not a lot of places where you can find good cover to stand and shoot at people, which makes it so that you camp less and you know, you have to be more aggressive and you die a lot more. It's a lot harder because there's a lot less, you know, good cover to hide behind. A lot less, you know, super powerful vantage points where, you know, you get to one spot and you can't be killed and you can kill everybody in the map. So there's a lot less of that. The maps are a lot less choke pointy. That's a word, right? It is now. Choke pointy. That means that there's less choke points, less areas where, you know, there's going to be a lot of conflicts. There still are a few choke points, but less like major choke points. Like for example, the B flag on Rundown in Modern Warfare 2, the giant bridge. You know, that's like a main conflict point, and the other bridges that pretty much get you across from your half of the map to the other team's half of the map. And I'm hoping that what they did with the spawns is not on purpose. Like, I'm assuming they might have tried to change a few things, change the way the spawn system works, but I'm hoping that the way it works now is not what they really intended to do, because if it's not what they intended to do, they'll fix it, but if it is what they intended to do, they won't be fixing it, and it definitely needs to be fixed because some of the spawns are just crazy and you die instantly. You know, some games I'll be doing fine, I'll be on like a 12 kill streak or something, and I'll die, which is totally fine, I guess. And then when I spawn, I die again, and then I die again, and then I die again. And all of a sudden I'm on like a 6 death streak, and now I'm like, how did this happen? You know, I was 12-0 or whatever, doing just fine, and then all of a sudden I get this huge death streak coming out of nowhere just because I died once. And you know, it's not the dying once that's really an issue, it's the dying 5 times instantly after you spawn, which really sucks. Some of you might be wondering about the snipers in this game. I've never actually set up a sniper class, or I think I might have set it up, but I don't think I ever actually used it. But I have picked up a sniper. I think it was the bolt action sniper, and they're ridiculously good. Maybe even bordering on the edge of being really overpowered, because when I picked it up, I didn't have quick draw on, and you could still scope in, aim really quickly, and get one-hit kills almost instantly. It was really, really easy to use, even without having quick draw, and I can't imagine how good it would be if you had quick draw. And now with the assault rifles having a lot less range, they're going to be extremely good. Even, as I said, that might be a bit overpowered even, seeing as how the assault rifles are so much harder to use at a distance. But that's just my opinion on that. Let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching, guys. Thumbs up the video if you enjoyed, subscribe for some more, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.